Most footballers think standing out is all about skill. It's not. A lot of time, coaches, scouts, agents will notice the small things. And those are the things that help footballers like yourself stand out. The habits, the attitude, body language, the way you handle yourself on and off the football pitch. And those details could be the difference between you signing a contract or remaining a free agent. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, but here's 25 things that can make you instantly stand out as a footballer in front of coaches, scouts, and agents. And no, it's not scoring 30 goals a season. So when you turn up to training, to matches, you always have that one teammate that shows up early and he never speaks about it. But when you turn up to training, he's always there. That there is such a small thing to do, but it's going to make you stand out, especially to coaches. Now, after that training session, one thing you want to do is thank your coach for the training session. Even though you've been there for 2 years and you speak with the coach every day, just say thank you after the training session and you'll see how differently the coach will treat you on and off the pitch, because they value what you've just done so much, because it's a thing that coaches don't really experience. A player going up to them and just saying thank you. It's so simple, but it's such a big thing for the coach. The next one is you have players who seem really fit. In pre-season, they're good to go, they're fully prepared, but going into the season or midway through the season, they start to pick up injuries. They can't play 90 minutes. They have to miss out games. They can't be put on the bench, things like that. But you as a player, if you're able to remain fit for the whole season, you're going to be a coach's favorite. There's no other way to put it. Being available every week is such a big skill in itself. Now, going back to training, before training, after training, your coaches have to invest a lot of time in taking the equipment out, planning the training session, then after the training, packing away all the equipment. So after the training session, if you can pick up a few cones, take in the bag of balls, take in the poles, pack away the nets, anything you can do to make your coach's life easier and smoother, you need to be doing that. Every footballer knows that the warm-up is one of the most boring things to do. However, it's one of the most important things to do. And every successful team has one player who controls the warm-up. They lead the warm-up. Now that player needs to be you. You need to make sure you are doing every single warm-up properly. That's the bottom line. Now, going into matches, every player's been there. You've made a mistake. You've lost the ball. You scored an own goal. You got tackled. You missed an open goal. It happens to everyone. But when you do it, you remain calm and you're already thinking about the next play. Every player who's ever kicked the ball has made a mistake. The better footballers, the best footballers, they are able to remain calm, remain confident, and focus on the next play. And that's exactly what you need to do to stand out. Going into matches, going into games, you have players that look good and look bad. You want to be a player who looks good. And a simple way you can do that is by having clean boots for every training session and every game. Now, it might sound stupid, but I believe it's Man U, they have a poster up at their training ground of Messi cleaning his boots. Now, if Messi can have clean boots and is cleaning his boots, you should be doing that too. It's so simple. It will take you 5 minutes. Just go into a game with clean boots. You have clean boots. Your boots look good. You feel good. You play good. Now, when you look at a whole football club, a whole football team, you think of the coaches, the players. Now, on top of those people, there are a lot of other people who are involved and who help the team achieve their goals. So depending on the level you play at, but there's doctors, physios, chefs, assistant coaches, bus drivers, kitmen. There's so many people that help you, the footballer, achieve your goal. And you need to treat everyone with respect. Everyone is just as important as you, the player. So when you go and speak with the coaches, when you go and speak with the kitmen, when you go and speak with the physio, treat everyone with the same level of respect. When you go into training, you will know some players who train really well, but you also know players who don't train as well as they play matches. And that's because they're unable to get to that high level without the pressure. Now, you as a footballer, you need to be able to train 110% in every training session. A common theme among the best players in the world, apart from Hazard and probably Neymar, is that they treat every training session like it's their last. And again, you need to be doing the same. A habit you need to do off the pitch is you need to watch full matches. It doesn't matter the level: Premier League, Champions League, Bundesliga 2, the 4th division in Sweden, the World Cup, under 21s. It doesn't matter. Watch full football matches, not just highlights on TikTok, and watch players in your position on and off the ball and analyze them and see what things you can take from their game and add into your own game. When you play poorly or even when you play well, you take full responsibility over that. If you have a bad game, don't blame the ref, don't blame the pitch, don't blame the weather, blame yourself. Just look, I had a bad game today. It's okay. Let's learn from it it and move on. A coach's dream is having a good player, but also a good player who is coachable. It's that simple. You need to be able to take on information or advice from your coach. There's so many good players out there who have bad egos, who think that their coach isn't good enough to teach them something new and their game will not improve. So you need to be coachable. You need to have the ability to take on advice and actually use it on the football pitch. Playing football when you're winning is easy. Playing football when you're losing, when you're in bad form, when you're in a bad streak is difficult. And in those difficult moments, you still need to be able to give 110% at every moment. And also you need to be able to encourage your teammates. Be that leader, be that player in the tough times who is still able to help your teammates and remain positive. That is a player that every single successful team needs, and you need to be doing that. One thing that I hate personally is when players think they are too good for a certain level. No player is too good for any level in the whole world. You're only as good as your last game, and you need to remember that. So acting like you're big time or you're too good for this, you're too good for that, that's going to do nothing but harm your career and harm what other people think about you as a player and as a person. And on top of that, when you're playing and you're playing well, you're playing poorly, you score a goal, you miss a big chance, you make a mistake, you need to have good body language all the time. Especially when scouts are watching you as a player, they will pay a lot of attention to your body language on and off the ball and after different things. So after a good thing, after a bad thing, after a difficult thing, they will pay attention to your body language because it tells you or tells them so much about you as a player and as a person. This one is kind of cringy, I'm not gonna lie, but bringing a notepad to training is an amazing thing. Yes, you could do it on your phone, but I feel having a notepad just makes the experience so much better. After training, get out your notepad and just jot down a couple things. I did this well, I did this poorly, next week I need to improve this, I need to do this better. And if you do that consistently after every training sessions, you're going to be giving yourself so much information on your strong points, your weak points, what you need to be doing, and you're going to be able to create goals solely based on what you are writing down after training. One thing that the best players in the world do is they take recovery seriously. Good amateur players, they'll train hard, they'll play good or play well, but after that's done, they will pay no attention to their recovery. So if you're serious about becoming the best player possible, you need to understand that training and playing is only 50% of the effort. The other 50% is about how you treat your body off the football pitch. Sleep, diet, rest, recovery, all of these things are just as important as training. When you meet new people, whether it's in football, outside of football, you need to have a swagger about yourself. You need to be confident, and being able to just speak with new people every day is going to make you an exciting player for any coach, any scout, any agent. No coach wants to bring a bad egg into the changing room, but if they can bring you in and you are a confident, exciting, good person to have around the team, that's only going to increase the amount of clubs and coaches who actually want you. The next one is simple. You as a footballer, you do not need motivation, you need dedication. Motivation goes up and down, but if you can remain consistently dedicated to becoming a better footballer, that's the way that you're really going to reach your highest potential. Even if you're a young footballer, you're 18, you're 19, you're 20, you're probably training with younger players. You need to help those players. You need to give them advice and you need to show them the pathway. So again, if you're super young, if you're 20, maybe you're older, maybe you're 33, you need to help the younger players. It's part of your job as a footballer. Help the younger players. In today's world, this is a difficult thing to do, but not posting everything on social media. Yes, you might have scored a banger. You might have been player of the year. You might have done this. You might have had good highlights. I don't care. You don't need to post everything online. And more now than ever, coaches, scouts, and agents pay attention to your social media pages, to your Instagram, your TikToks, your LinkedIn, I don't know what. They pay attention to that. If they see any red flags, that's going to be a reason for them not to sign you. The next one, again, is something that sounds stupid, but when your coach is speaking, you actually have to be listening and you have to be taking that information on board. You'll see so many players who look like they're listening, but nothing's going in. An important skill is being reliable on and off the pitch. You reply to messages, you reply quickly, you get there on time, you're early, you can pick up your teammate, you can take an extra pair of boots, you can lend a teammate some tape. Just being that guy who can help. So many players invest so much time and energy into finding opportunities and finding trials. Then when they go for the trial and it's not what they expected, they don't take it seriously. Now that is a stupid mistake. This opportunity that you think is a bad one could be your last one. So you have to take it seriously. And then finally, 25 is being in control emotionally. Football is an emotional game. A lot of things are going to happen. You're going to experience a lot of highs, but you're going to experience even more lows. And you need to be able to remain emotionally stable.